Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, bringing you more Michael Myers shenanigans, modifications and little customizations, stuff like that. And last time it was the 7-inch Neca Ultimate Halloween 2 figure, which I transformed into the 1978 Myers, and there he is. There's the Halloween 2 heads there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle the big guy, Michael Myers by Neca in quarter scale from the 2018 Halloween movie. Now, I've already repainted the mask. Now I'm going to rehair him, and I have my little bag of hair here. This hair is actually the original hair that was on the Trick or Treat Studios 2018 Michael Myers mask. This one was totally reworked by Simon. New hair, new paint job, but I do have the original hair here. So I've got pretty much the perfect hair for the job. I just need to get it glued onto the head. I'm going to experiment between using two different types of glue. The glue that I usually use for gluing on hair is probably not the best stuff for the job. I have something that's better suited to the task, but it does take longer to dry, and I'm not very patient. I don't like sitting there for ages waiting for a little bit of hair to dry so I can move on and do the next bit, but we'll see how it goes. This is one hell of a big, satisfying figure, and it's already awesome. I mean, it doesn't really need much done to it straight out of the box. It's a fantastic figure, but I have seen other people rehair this, and most of the time it turns out looking pretty good. So I want to try it myself and see how I can get it looking. So I'll let you know how it looks when I'm done. So wish me luck, and I'll be back with you with a rehaired figure. Now, the head does come off super easy. It's really easy to do. You just pull the head off, not even much force required to do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did with the smaller Halloween 2 figure. I'm just going to use my heater down here to heat up the head. And I should be able to just pry this sculpted hair away because it is a separate piece. And then I can get started. Well, actually, it depends. Do you know what? Once I take this off, I'll show you what it looks like, because I'll probably have to use super sculpted clay to create like a rounded kind of, continue the rounded shape of the head to glue the hair onto, because it will probably be very drastically different once I remove this hair. Alright, so I heated up the head and this came off pretty easy. Now, it's different to the small 7-inch figures. This is actually kind of all hollow in here, as you can see. So I will have to fill that with super sculpty clay and basically just continue the shape of his head as it would be naturally if Michael Myers was just bald. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sculpt it so that it's literally just a bald-headed Michael Myers. Then I will use the hair in the bag to add the hair. Alright, so obviously I just need to fill the void with super sculpty clay, and doing this I can kind of choose whether or not I want to change the sort of shape of the head. Like, if you were kind of thinking that maybe this is a bit too narrow, then you could easily kind of fill it out and give it more of a Dick Warlock kind of vibe. But that's not really what I want to do here, so I want to be careful as I'm stuffing it not to change the shape of the shape. Alright, so I'm just slowly but surely kind of creating that natural rounded look, trying to create a nice seamless transition between where the super sculpty clay is continuing the shape of the head, and making that as seamless as possible and as smooth a transition as possible. And then obviously that will, that's my hairline that I got to work with, and the hair is going to be going on here. Might have to do a couple of little paint touch-ups around the kind of hairline. Get some more super sculpty clay. Just get to work on continuing this. Then I gotta get the heater out again and dry, heat this up, get it to solidate. I wouldn't mind if the mask was a little bit more kind of rounded in the shape, like when I was filling this in. If it does kind of make it a little bit more rounded and a little bit less kind of long in the face. I guess it would vary from figure to figure. Yeah, I need a little bit here.
Right. So there was me thinking, if I don't like it, I'll just rip the hair off and just glue the plastic hair back on, like I never did anything kind of thing. But after all this, I don't think it's going to be quite as easy to undo everything. I mean, it's still possible. I can still just get a screwdriver and chip away at this super sculpted clay until it's all gone again. That is possible to do, but it's going to be a pain in the butt. Anyway, I'll get a good enough result with the real hair that I'll be happy. We've already got such a great base to work with here. I mean, they did such a good job with the mask itself. All I've got to do is get the hair, on there correctly, and I've had some practice with that with 1/6 scale heads, and I've done it to a quarter scale Rob Zombie Neca figure as well in the past. That was one of the first things I ever did. That's still looking pretty good. Now, as far as the shape of the head, that should do. I could do it smoother. I can just use my finger here to just smooth this out a bit. But that looks good enough to me to at least get started on heating this up so I can start gluing the hair on, because that's the real hard work. I think that looks alright. It's not too bad. I'll still fine tune it a little bit, but you get the idea. Now you got to heat it up. Once it's dry, then you can start gluing on the hair. Okay, I'm all done. And this is how he's looking now. Quite formidable. I'm sure you'll agree. Looks pretty creepy. Well, he looks creepy already, but I mean, it really kind of hits home when you look at what was on his head before. I mean, that just ain't gonna cut it now that I've seen how he looks. Like this, it's just next level. I mean, it takes an already amazing figure just to a hyper-realistic kind of place. Although, obviously with the sculpted coveralls, it's not going to be as realistic with real coveralls, but I'm still debating with myself whether that needs to happen with this. Because I really do like the sculpt of the outfit on this guy. I like all the natural kind of wrinkles and stuff. You're not going to get that with, I have actual 1/4 scale coveralls, so I know what I'm talking about. You're just not going to get these realistic kind of creases and stuff. You just don't get that with actual material when it's trying to represent something that's life size. It's very hard to get that. And the joints on this guy, depending on how you got imposed, I mean, you can't see any joints in this arm because the elbow's bent like this, and the joints are so well hidden on this arm you can't even really see one. The only joints that bug me are the kind of diaper line that you get here, but I'm still trying to decide whether I'm going to fix that, because I fixed it on my 7-inch version. So we'll see. But here is the new hair. Now, it's a little bit neat and tidy. I haven't actually decided yet on which technique I'm going to use to get the hair nasty and ratty, like it is over here on this one, for example. But at least the bulk of the hair is on the head now, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's very effective for just making him look real. I mean, I tried to get the length of the hair right in that tracking shot in the movie. So, I mean, it's all kind of long, like the front of the head comes all the way back to here. It's all just combed back, so I'd need to kind of comb the hair off the scalp and kind of get it like he's been electrocuted, and then just trim it. So I guess look out for that in the future on the channel, but I didn't want to do everything in one day. I thought I'd at least just leave it at this point now, where all the hair is on the head, but I'd quite happily leave them like this. I mean, it looks fine to me, but I know I can make it look a little bit better if I just spend a bit more time kind of styling the hair and getting that right.
But I mean, that looks epic. Really, really good. Yep, so really happy with the results. And I hope some of you guys out there might be inspired by the video you've just consumed visually and audibly, providing you have both of those senses intact. And you can go away and feel inspired to do the same thing for your figure, to up his awesomeness factor by a good few notches. Yes, I think we have succeeded in our mission. The camera does not lie. What you see before you is pure awesomeness. Behold it, take it in, absorb the greatness, and listen not to my ramblings, but purchase with your eyes. Alright, so there he is on the shelf, looking good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Always good to hear from you. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. And tune into the live stream tomorrow night. That's Sunday, 9 PM UK time on the channel here. If you've got any questions about this, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer them. But that looks fantastic, man. That's really satisfying me looking through the camera at this right now. It looks very realistic. It's going to be nice to do a cool pose session again with this figure. Get some cool photography happening. Now that he's got the new hair. Let me just see what he looks like outside in the natural kind of night environment. Let's head outside. Big ass security light. Well, can't really. It's gonna be too dark if I go over here. Yeah, that's cool though, man. Look at that. Yeah, that is freaky real. Oh man. Yeah. Looks good. Holding James Jude Courtney in my hand. That's weird. Alright. Take him back in. Oh, that's a view. That's a view. Pretty good view. Pop him back on the shelf. Try not to knock over everyone else. Alright, don't forget to tune into the live stream on this channel tomorrow night. That's Sunday, 9 PM UK time. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell icon next to the subscription button. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload a video and you won't be late to the party or miss any of the content. And check me out on Instagram at DeanKnight333. A lot of stuff goes on the gram that doesn't go on the tube. And you can check me out on Facebook if that's your thing. I am on Twitter, but I don't really know what I'm doing on there, so I don't really tend to post much stuff on the Twitter fest, whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Just tune in tomorrow night for the live stream if you want. If you're about, don't cancel any plans for it. It could be quite underwhelming. You never know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let me know what you think of that. I think it's friggin' amazing. And it doesn't really matter what anyone thinks, does it? It's all about whether you're happy or not, and I'll tell you right now, I am. Ooh, look at that. And either side, two completely 100% unique custom 1/6 scale 2018 Myers. Yep. That's right. You won't find another one like that. You really, really will not. And you won't find another one like this either. Completely unique. Incredible. Look at that knife. Alright, see you soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.